Yay! Right, what is up, guys? Now, believe it or not, it's actually a really nice day outside, and I actually spent time in the sun, and I was enjoying the sun, and then I was like, no, enough of that. I need to go back into a room where I am playing or making computer games. That's way more important. Oh, yeah, KO2 fan, my man, how's it going? Ah, rock and roll. Wicked. Yeah, so today is going to be like a pretty fun stream, actually, because I'm creating something from the beginning. Now, I tried doing it last stream, and I realised I didn't have a good enough sort of structure. So we can still use a lot of the stuff from the last stream, but what I'm planning to do is like kind of actually build in individual elements to then kind of put everything together, whereas I think I was trying to rush it last week. So yes, of course, and at some point throughout the stream I'll explain what a planten is. Right, it doesn't mean anything and it's not relevant to what it is actually creating, but I just thought I'm going to make a new word up, and that is what a particular thing is going to be in the stream. But what is it? Don't worry, the mystery. So we're going to first of all create a test scene. And this is actually, so what I've got this test scene because I'm looking to just create something very basic, and so let's actually just do it. So first of all, what we're going to do, we're going to create a little tile, right, that the idea is you press it and then it sort of progresses you further throughout the whole game. And then like kind of it will make a lot more sense once I've made this. Then everything else will kind of hopefully fall in line. So what are we going to do first? Right, we are going to go resources, sprites, Destiny cards. I'm going to have a new folder that I'm just going to call Destiny sprites. Okay. We're going to create another folder. Create another folder which is going to be Destiny tiles. Create another folder. Oh no, I've created a script. No. Right, get rid of that. Well, it's actually Planten. Planten. What? I'm worried actually because I went onto Google and it's like Planten. Like technically, it doesn't mean anything, right? Well, I don't think it does. But it's more just like kind of because every now and then I'll create something and I'll be like, this is what I have to call it. And so like it probably as far as when you actually are playing the game, no one will have any idea. It's more just as a little quickie way of me knowing this is what I'm referring to. Destiny. Planten. Because like one of the big problems which a lot of coders say is just coming up with names for things. So I was just like, as soon as I decided I'm going to call this particular thing Planten, it will make, I was like, yes, okay, the world is now a lot, it makes a lot more sense. Right, so we've got Destiny tiles, the Planten, Destiny tile tops. And actually, let's go change that to Plantens. Okay. Right, so, I mean, even though you're about to see what a planten is, it might not necessarily make an awful lot of sense at this precise moment. Now, I think the easiest thing is if I get all of these. These are the sprites that I've been working on. We're actually going to delete some of these. So yeah, we actually want to just keep that open for the time being. I think it's easier if I just drag and drop them all and just work out all the ones that I want to keep. Okay, delete all of those. So, having a quick look. think it's these ones are the Destiny tile tops. Oh, hold on. I think I see what I've done wrong here. Yeah, I've made a slight error, but it's very easily fixed. So I've got these plans. Right, so here we go. What I actually want to do is I do want this, because I was trying to work out a way, because I want the tiles to kind of like not actually just instantly push down, but I want them to slowly go down. So like this is the top tile, and I feel like I can probably just do a very simple bit of code to essentially move it down. However, that will mean two separate objects. I want this top bit here without this bottom bit. So if I do this and then Control Shift S, save it as PNG, that's okay. So this will overwrite, which is fine, that's what I'm looking for. So I just need to get rid of these ones, but we do want that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, yeah, because I made 8 of them. Right, and hopefully, slowly, like it will kind of, you'll be like, I see where you're going with this. So I think. Okay, so these 8 here are going to go Destiny tiles. Right, now we may as well get hold of the Plantens as well. So this is still relevant. I'm just going to have this as tile bot. We're just going to rename that, because that's going to be useful at some point down the line. And we don't need these at all. That's fine. Just trying to sort of clear some space. So let's go. Like when you see the Plantens again, you're going to be underwhelmed, but it will mean a lot eventually. So let's go into. Let's have a look. Where did I actually save them? I can't remember. Buildings. So sometimes when I can't remember where I've saved it, I can go File, Open Recent, and oh, of course, I didn't actually name them. Oh yeah, of course. Actually, I made this quite cool little effect. I haven't really worked out what I want to do with it, but it's kind of like the PlayStation sort of logo. Actually, it's giving me a bit of lag at this precise moment, but I like the idea that it's like, you know, it might be some sort of loading. I have no idea. I just thought, I need to do this and I need to fit it in somewhere, but I don't know why. I don't know how, but I'm going to find a way. Could be Destiny Floor, actually. Destiny Floor. It's not that one. File. Actually. Okay. So I think Destiny Floor Good is the one which I have. So I've just got to remember. I made so many files that I've got to remember which one it is. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's these ones here. Okay. Yes. Right, we're going to just save this as a PNG. Destiny Floor. And we just want those last 8. So these are going to be the Plantens. Right, but don't worry, it'll all make sense. Okay, so I think for the time being we've got all the things that we need. So what we're going to do, we can get rid of this now. This was actually, so this test master, this is just basically where I can put everything in and like test things. So we can now remove this component, and we're going to create a we're going to create an empty object. Let's go make it 0, 0, 0. and this is going to be Destiny tile game object geo. Okay, so we want to have sprites. We want to put in a sprite, and one thing that I kind of want to do before I forget is select all of these, and actually that tile bot as well, so all of these, and make these changes. So we can always change this, but 128, point filter and none seems to be my sort of bread and butter, but we can obviously change that later. Apply. Okay, so this will be tile top, tile, and tile bot. Now so we can actually also, we want to change the order in layer. Now we do it in code eventually, but the tile bot will have a 0, 1 and 2. Okay, so we may as well actually start constructing it. So the tile bot, in fact it's easier for me to just drag and drop it on, so that is going to go there. That, if I select just the regular tile, it's going to go there, and over here we're just going to have that one there. So the tiles are going to look a little bit like this. I wanted to have a slightly sort of like, you know, a sort of cavern-like feel about it. And it's like, it might not even look that good, but that's fine. So what we're going to do now is we're going to have in scripts, yeah, I might have made a few too many Destiny scripts things here, but we're going to have create C# script Destiny tile script. Okay, and just gotta wait for it to stop loading. Yeah, oh dear. Right, and our first goal, I don't know why it always gives me these little yellow error messages. So what I also want to do is add a component to here, 2D box collider, and in theory I might have to add it. Let's say if we edit the collider, okay, no, that's fine. So I want it to be, I think, size 2 and 2. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so our first goal is just, all we want to do is make sure that when you press it, the tile slowly goes down, maybe over half a second, down to the bottom, and that's it. That's literally, once we've done that, we can then work on the next bit. So this is why it's quite nice starting on something completely fresh, because it's like you can get lots of kind of nice, quick, easy goals. So we've got a Destiny tile script here, edit script. So right now, in order for us to be able to like interact with it, we need to do a few things using Unity engine dot event systems. Cool. So this is like, unfortunately, it's a few very specific steps that if you don't know, if you don't like remember all these steps, then it's like literally one of these steps that you miss, it suddenly it's not doable. So it's a little bit frustrating. But now that I know, it's like, it's not too much of a problem. So we want I pointer. In fact, so I've got an idea. So what we can actually do, so this was actually something that I was working on last time. Now we can't use yeah, I might have to just ditch this stuff, but like I can definitely steal stuff. So I'm going to copy this, and we get rid of all this. I think, yeah. So all of this is fine, and also what we want to click, or what we want to get hold of, is this stuff here. Okay. And then there's still more things that we need to do. So, and I think a good start would be just to get everything testing, check that we're all on the same thing. Debug log.enter, entering clicked and exiting. Right, why are we doing all this? Because there's still plenty of things that can go wrong and we want to just get a baseline to check that this is still working. So now all of this stuff here, like it's basically saying, yes, you can now make it so that when you click on this thing, something happens, right? And when you enter it, as in when the mouse cursor just goes over the button, then something happens as well. So we just want to check that all of this is working. And I think that's all we need to do so at the moment. But there is still 2 more things to do that, unless you were specifically told about them, there's no real way you would ever work it out. That's a slight exaggeration, but so we need to go onto our main camera and add physics raycaster 2D. What does that mean? I don't know. There's something to do with rays. Don't worry about it. Just chill. Right, we got that. And then there's another thing, which again, if you didn't know, there's no way you're going to kind of naturally just chance upon it. We need to UI event system. Okay, so it's some really specific things. So let's actually give this a test. We don't need to maximize on play. So I'm going to press play now. I think it is. Okay, oh yes, here we go. Fantastic. So I'm going to clear this. So when the mouse moves over, hold on. When the mouse moves over, it's saying entering. When it's moving off, it's saying exiting. So entering, and actually let's just make this a little bit clearer. So I can clear that. So enter. Oh, of course. I had to actually click on the game itself to make sure that it's active. So entering, exiting, brilliant. Right, so we also want to check now if clicking works. So a click technically counts as you pressing the button down and then letting go. So if I was to just hold the button down, nothing would happen. But if I let go, then it says clicked. And one thing that I'm actually intrigued with is I don't think a click would count if you sort of move over where it says entering, that's fine. I hold the button down, it says exiting as I move off, and if I let go, it doesn't count as click. In the same way that if you are holding a button down, move over, and then undo the button, it still won't count as being clicked. So for a button to be clicked, you have to specifically click on it and then let go on that same hitbox. And just to confirm as well, it's this hitbox here that we're talking about. So looks like we're already we're full steam ahead. This is great. Okay, right. I'm going to move this event system just there. Right. Okay. So what we want to do now is activate. So when you actually press the button for it to slowly go down, and we've got to work out the exact distance in which it needs to move. So we've got this tile. Oh, actually, this is a very good point as well. The tile top, I actually want to be a child of the tile itself. So whenever I'm moving this, this top thing stays around with it. Okay, good. So how far has it actually got to go down so that it's in line with this bottom bit? Let's go find out. So it'll be on the Y scale. And I think it should be quite a round number, but it's like 0.1 or something. Oh no, maybe minus. Oh, it could literally be that. It might be 0.125. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? Okay. Oh no, hold on. I think, yeah, minus 0.125. And if I just have a little test, yeah, that looks like it. That's exactly. So that minus 1.25 is the number that we're interested in at this precise moment. Okay, so we are going to have a function. Oh yes, this is like, I feel like this is proper sort of, this is nice actually. This is kind of going back to the original roots where you just like, oh, I'm creating something right from scratch and I don't need to worry too much about, you know, like a bit of code that I did, you know, half a year ago or something, because this is, yeah, this is quite clean. Now, another thing as well, this is more like future thinking. I do like the idea that when you press the button, there's kind of like that sort of, I don't really know what to call it, but you know that sort of grey sort of dust that comes up as it pushes down. Like, I want to have a particle effect, so it really feels like it's, you know, this button hasn't been pressed for ages and it's like a whoosh, and you see some sort of, not steam, but kind of like just dust, you know. That's one of those things where kind of like I'll have to create a particle effect, and like, yeah, but it's just, I'm terrible at making particle effects, so that's probably going to be something that I do off stream. Like, I'll just create the particle effect. When it actually comes to attaching it and making it look good, then I'll do that on stream. But actually physically creating it, we know how painful it is to watch. So, now what I did last stream is we're going to have, let me see if I can get this right. We're going to have let's have it a public bool. Button up. Okay. We're going to have another public bool, which is going to be busy. So busy just means like, this is just a bool. When it's actually physically doing the movement, it's going to come across as busy, so's that like, you know that you can't do the same action twice. You can't click it twice and it tries to do it twice. What else do we need? So here is, I actually made something, master script. So I created something which we're going to have DMC card readiness. Find all reference. Yeah, we might change this name. In fact, let's go rename it now. Rename. It's going to be DM's, so Destiny Map Tile Readiness. Okay. Right. And we want to have a public master script dot DM card potentials. And I'm just going to call it readiness. I think that should be fine. So this can be, so when it comes to readiness, it can either be ready, future or past, and that will make sense a bit later. So now let's go actually make the function together. Ah, Gliss! Ah, rock and roll, how's it going, man? Ah, wicked! Yeah, this is like big talk because we're starting to actually turn it into a game, but I've realised it's quite difficult. So at the moment I'm working on just making a tile react when you click on it. So public void, maybe it should be push button down, and we'll have an I enumerator, private I enumerator, push button down routine. Start coroutine. Actually, you know what? This will be another good challenge. Right, okay. We're looking to get as far as pressing the tile down, like so it just stays down. We're going to see if we can do that. It's currently 1423 on mine. Let's see if I can do it by 1435. So it's going to, so it goes down. That's, I know, that's, actually I could probably do that quite easy. No, let's make it slightly more like 1430. Right, let's go. push button down routine. Okay, I think that's always the best way to kind of like, you know, actually kind of set a proper time limit. So busy equals true, busy equals false. Okay. Right. So upon pointer click, we can now get rid of that because we know this works. So we know something will happen. So if button up and not busy, then we want to push button down. Push button down. Okay. Right, now we actually need access to the things. So let's go have a... Oh yes, right. Public transform. Sorry, this is actually me learning. We're going to have base trans. Get private set. Okay. Right, and then we're going to have a public transform tile trans. Okay, 5 minutes. I can do this. Easy, easy. Private set. Okay. So we also need to have a void. Oh. There we go. Right. Private void awake. We need to just make sure that we've got the access to the right thing. So I think base trans equals get component transform. This one's going to be a little bit tile trans equals get components in children transform, and it will be number 1, I believe. But let's just I'll have a check. I think it is number 1. Okay. And while we're here, because I've got time to spare, you know, we're going to have a public sprite renderer tile sr get private set and a public sprite renderer tile top sr to have get private set. So this is making sure that we get hold of the things that can change the look of the tile. Okay, 4 minutes, don't worry, I got this. To be fair, this isn't actually relevant to getting the thing that I want done. I think it's just more fun. Equals get components in children sprite renderer. And I think it's... I think that's... No, that's 0. And... Okay, I think that's correct. Okay, right. So, busy equals that. Okay, right. So, int chum equals mover.instance.move to point local. Okay, and then we realised before we've got a... it was the key number that we're looking for was where the y has to be minus 0.125. So what are we actually moving? This will be the tile trans. Where are we looking to move it to? So it's going to be new vector 3 0.0f comma minus 0.125f, and then we're going to have quaternion dot identity, our favourite friend, because everyone knows what that means. Oh no, it's not that. I'm an idiot. Right, how long did we want it to go on for? I'm going to say 0.5 seconds, that should be fine. Sorry, I forgot. Ignore the fact that I had put quaternion.identity. I thought you put that when you're actually creating something or instantiating. Right, so while mover.instance dot s2f bool chum. Okay, one last thing that we need to do. So this is actually all we needed to do. But I wanted to make sure, and I think if button up, oh yes, comma, there's actually another thing that we want to do as well, comma, sorry, I don't know why I'm saying the word comma, and readiness is equal to master script dot deintal readiness dot ready. Might just be what's wrong with that? Might just be let me just put it in something else. I think it's no, right. No, okay, right. So, okay, for the time being, forget that, right. I'm just going to Control X. Let's just see if we've got what we want. So, busy, button up equals false. We can actually change that boolean there. Okay. So we just need to change some of the things. Okay. Right, it's technically still on 1430, so we want to have... oh, I see why. I know what I've done wrong. Ah, no. Okay, so it's not busy. The button up is going to be true. We need to change that. It's not readiness. I picked the wrong thing. Yep, I know. Okay, right, go. Quickly. It's over here. Right, okay, Control V. It's master... tile readiness. That's actually all we needed to do. That was it. Okay, right. Ah, damn. Okay, didn't quite make it. Okay, but I reckon this is good. Okay, let's give it a shot. Okay, this is going to be underwhelming, but hopefully this will do what I want it to do. Okay, it didn't work. Let's try and work out why. Button up is true. Busy is that. Ready is true. Okay. Oh no, it's because I haven't pressed play. Okay, I thought I'd press play. Okay. Yes. Ah, yes. Okay. Oh man. Oh, like, what, the greatest guy in the world. Oh, that's amazing. Whoa. God. You know, like, yeah, I can see. Yeah, I know. It's all right. It's all right. Hold the applause. I know. Right. So that's actually really good. That's. I know it sounds a little bit. Yeah, that's actually, yeah, that's about the speed. I like the idea you press it and then something happens. For the time being, nothing too exciting is going to happen. So, Planten. Right, we're gonna start delving into what a planten is. Okay. What we also want is, now this is going to be a difficult one. Right, where do we go? So, DM tile class. So what we're going to do now is, so this is going to be, I reckon, I think this should be okay. We're going to have a, we're going to create a new C# script, which is going to be Destiny, Planten and Tile Master script. Okay, that's quite a long thing, and given that we're going to have to type it in a lot, it's probably going to get irritating. Oh well, right, so we've got... so this is a big script. Okay, this is going to have all the important stuff that we need. So this will essentially tell both, like... Yeah, basically when the tile is summoned, tell it what it wants to be. So, and in here, classes... yeah, that's true. It is true. The reason that it is a bit of a problem is, like, quite often I'll need to type in. I'll have a long line of code that will go like way beyond, right, and I'll have to kind of scroll from left to right to get to it. And like so, but that's okay. We've got but we'll cross that bridge later. But I think it is fine because I need to emphasise that it does two separate things. It deals with both the plantons, which we don't know what they are yet, and the tiles. That would be good. Although I just have this worry, it might fall down the same line as the classic. Like, what's it called? The delete this script that we have. No, this is fine. This is good. Right, so what is it? What are all the things that we're going to have? So, first of all, this needs to be a big daddy. As in, we need to make it a public static Destiny Planten and tile master script, which we're going to call instance and void awake instance equals this, and this means that every other jabroni, every other script can get access to this. We've made this. Okay, right. What are all the things that we want on it? There's quite a lot. So we're going to have a. We can even keep it private, I believe. So private. Private sprite. So we're going to have an array of sprites. We're going to have Planten sprites, private sprite, tile sprites, and private sprite, tile top sprites, and what we want now is, upon awake as well, we want to get access to all of these, so we can actually, within awake, we can just have Planten sprites equals resources.load all sprite, and then we can do the same for all of these. So this is making sure, so this is going to be the big daddy script that is looking over where we've got our pictures of our plantons, which we don't know what they are yet, and our tiles and tile tops, and it's going to be like I've got access to all of these. So tile sprites and tile top sprites. Okay. And let's go actually make it look a little bit more presentable. So if we do that, then we can then just copy and paste. So I'm going to quickly save that there. Let's go get hold of all of these sprites. So earlier I put a bunch of sprites together, and now we can get hold of them. So I'm going on to, this is where I stored them. I stored them in Destiny sprites. So Plantons, let's copy path, and chuck it there. And yeah, we need to get rid of the assets resources. Yeah, like I say, this is one thing which, even though I know how it works, it frustrates me because it feels so what's the opposite of counterintuitive? Unintuitive. I don't know. Or no, it is counterintuitive. Yes. No. Yeah. It feels very counterintuitive. So copy path. So Destiny tiles, Now, both the plantains and the tiles, all of the pictures look pretty much the same. They just look a little bit different. I just like the idea that, like, when you're pressing a button, they just look slightly different to the next ones. So it just kind of gives that, I don't know, I just feel it just looks better. Let's go copy path. Control V. So we now have access to all of our pictures. Right. So now, what we kind of want to do is have a public void. Actually, before I continue, let's do something else, which it looks a little bit ugly, but I think it does make sense. So I'm going to go create a folder here, which will be Destiny classes. Okay, and we're going to have a create C# script Destiny tile class. Okay. So the Destiny tile class will be essentially all the raw information that we want to give to the tile. About the Planten, we'll worry about that later. But Destiny tile class. So first of all, we can actually just go boom, get rid of the fact that it's mono behavior. All right. We can get rid of all this, and this is just going to be raw data. So what are all the things that we want? First of all, we want a public int. Tile sprite int, and then we want a public master script dot DMC card potentials, which we're going to have tile. No. Okay, so this is going to be the thing that indicates what the actual button does. I'll just have tile potential. Yeah. Potential. I can change this as and when I need to. What other things do we need? Oh yeah, that's it. So public int. No, public master script dot DM readiness is we can just have it as readiness, which is fine. And we also want a public bool button up. Okay, so these are the four things. So when we're creating a new when we're creating a new tile, provided we give it these four things, it can then create whatever it wants, really. So, right. So, what we're going to do here is we're going to have a public void it's going to be like yeah, let's just say yeah, summon tile, or no, setup tile. That's what it should be, because it summons on its own. We just want to set it up. So set up tile. Okay, that's good. So what we actually want to have is a Destiny tile class, which we're going to call I could abbreviate this if I wanted to. We'll keep it as the Destiny tile class. So the idea, and we also want the Destiny tile script. Destiny tile script. You know what? Let's abbreviate it. So this will be DTC, and this will be DTS. Okay, so what's the purpose? Right, so what we're doing, we're basically when this tile is created, we want it to go through this, and it's going to put in both a class and its own script, so that this can then make all the changes, because we're going to have quite a few tiles on the map, and we want to have as little code on them as we can get away with. So this big daddy is going to be able to just say like, okay tile, what do you want, and then slap on different pictures and do different things. So right, so now DTS dot tile SR equals, no, tile SR dot sprite equals tile sprites DTC dot tile sprite int. Okay. DTS dot tile top there dot sprite equals, now this is where it gets a little bit confusing. Actually, I wonder if we can do this. I'm genuinely intrigued. I don't know. Equals tile top sprites. So right, is that actually legal code? It's not. There is a way, I think. Is it just simply a matter of doing that? Okay. Yes, it is. Right, fantastic. Okay. DTS dot what are all the other things? What are the other things that we need to set? So, oh yeah, that's another little thing that we kind of want to set as well. So we've got the readiness. Oh yeah. Tile. Sorry, I'm trying to remember what. Oh yeah, readiness. Oh yes, so the Destiny tile class is actually going to be attached to our Destiny tiles, so we don't actually need to set its readiness. Ideally, I'm looking to get rid of this altogether. So let's actually make life a little bit easier on ourselves. Public Destiny tile class. We'll also call this DTC, which I might regret, and then get rid of that, and that will just be okay. Right, this will make sense eventually. So I don't think we need that. And yeah, this will also set up so if DTS, no, if DTC dot button up, not button up, then we want to have DTS dot tile trans dot local position equal to new vector 3 0.0f minus 0.125f. Okay, so what am I doing here? This, in fact, let's go make it a little bit cleaner. Yeah, and I think this is all the things that we need to set up. Now, as it is, we haven't like, this is just essentially setting the tile to do something. So what we can do now is, this will be a test. We're going to have let's see, where do we put it? I think actually, you know what, the more I look at it, this needs to go up here just for a bit of tidiness. But what we're also going to have is a private game object, which will be tile go. Alright, and then tile go equals resources dot load game object. So what we're doing, we're going to soon make this tile an actual game object that can be created. So let me just quickly actually make it a game object. Right, so we got a bunch of problems, but we'll get there, don't worry. First of all, now we go resources in our prefabs where we've got all our Destiny stuff. I'm going to add a dial. Hey, that's it. Okay, so let's have a look. What's the problem that we have here? Oh, okay. All right. We have. Oh, hold on. No, this is fine. I think this is fine. Will that work? Let's just see if we're still given a problem, because I have this feeling, this feeling at the back of my mind. Oh no, that's fixed it. Okay, don't worry. All right, we're about to have a bit of a problem there, so I'm just going to get some water. We were actually had this like slight worry that because it's in a class, it can't actually have variables that I've made up from different classes, but you can. So don't worry. It's all fine. Okay, so now we're going to delete this. I probably shouldn't have been quite as hasty to do that because I've still got to do a few things. So we've got our Destiny tile. Let's go copy this path, and we're going to chuck this in here. So now we have access to creating a tile go. Now, I am going to have a public void create dummy tile. Okay. So now, yeah, like I say, this is going to be the what I was going to say, this will be a sort of like a base version of what we're looking to do, and we'll flesh it out and make it look better soon. So in order for us to create a Destiny tile, first of all, we need to physically create the tile. So let's work with that. So Destiny tile script DTS equals instantiate. So now we're creating our tile go. All right, so tile go. And for the time being, given that this is, we're just going to have vector 3.0, we're going to create it right in the center. So vector 3.0 is where we're looking to create it, and then quaternion.identity, because we all know what that means, right? Dot get component Destiny tile script. So what have I done here? I have created a tile and placed it at that 0, and also at the same time, even though it's all in one line, I've also got this DTS thing, which is a reference. So it means now I've got access to everything that's going on here. Right, good. Let me just go like that. Okay. So what we now need as well is a Destiny tile class DTC equals new Destiny tile class. Okay, so we're creating a new class, and the idea is once we've filled out all of this stuff, we can then put both this and this into this function, and hopefully it will create our tile. So what are all the things that we want to put in it? So tile DTC dot tile sprite int equals random dot range somewhere between 0 and whatever the length of tile sprites, tile sprites dot length. So this is basically saying we're going to pick out of the, even though the tiles kind of look quite similar, we're just saying it's going to be one of these random ones. And that's kind of what I want. I like the idea that when you're having multiple tiles on the screen, they don't all look completely identical. Right, okay. Oh, hang on a sec. Right. So this is all fine. There is a way... hold on, let me just experiment with something. If I do that... Yeah, so this is an interesting thing. I've never really done this before. I think you can do that. So what I'm doing here... oh yeah, so... oh. Huh. So the purpose of what I'm doing here is, like, I'm actually, when I'm creating this, I can then go into this and set everything up. I don't know if I like this, but we'll stick with it for the time being. Just don't know why that's giving me... What if I did that? What if I had a comma there? Tile potential equals master script dot potentials dot add card. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's like I'm never super sure because you have to put commas in instead of semicolons. Button up equals true. And readiness equals ready, and readiness equals master script dot ready dot ready. So I think that's still fine. Okay. And like I say, we're going to make this better because we can put so many different classes and stuff in, and it will eventually look good, but we need to make a rubbish version in order to make the good version. So now it should just simply be a matter of saying set up tile DTC DTS. Okay, right. So and let's go make things just a little bit more interesting as well. I'm going to have a public float, just that we're going to call xpos. We're going to change this, but this is like a temporary thing. So xpos equals 0. When we're summoning it, we're going to have new vector 3 xpos or f, and I think xpos needs to add 2.5 each time. So xpos, so that way we can actually create it multiple times and we can create different versions. Xpos plus equals 2.5f. Okay. So this is all like, we're going to change this eventually, but I just want to check that this works. So this is all looking good. One very last quick thing that, yeah, I think this should be fine. Okay. So so this is all Good. Oh yeah, we haven't actually created a function. We haven't actually called upon this create dummy tile function at any point, which we're about to do. Void update if input dot get key down. Right, okay. Anyone got a random letter that they want to have? Key code dot. Okay, just picking one random one on the keyboard. Oh, asterisk. Oh no, I don't know how to do that. Okay, A. A it is. Create dummy tile. Okay. Right, so we are actually making. This looks good. Making sort of good headway onto things. I just want to analyze everything as we go. So at the moment, that was it. That was the thing that I wanted to check. So what we kind of need to do is just got to wait for this to save. So if I go into resources, sprites, Destiny sprites, we close Plantens, Destiny tiles, and so what we need to do is like so these are all the different things that you can get so far, like that are going to be that are going to be sort of put on the tiles. So let me go. We just need to add card, add construct, upgrade card, gain life. Right, there might be an upgrade card. Life, trash card, shop, trash card, shop, gain money and mystery, gain money, mystery, small monster, big monster, and chest. Okay. Right. So now over so in fact switch random dot range somewhere between 0 and I just need to actually get a no, you know what, let's just add card. Yeah, okay, yeah, this one we'll change this, like we can try it with all the different ones. At the moment we're just going to create this one thing over and over. Let's see if this works. Okay, so A is our key thing. Let's see if it happens, if it works. Okay, right, we got some problems here, which is fine. This is all fine. I know what the problem is. We just need to have that as this is actually a problem from earlier, but I need to quickly rectify it. We're not worrying too much about this. It's more just like I'm fixing it just for the time being. We've got one more. So I like the idea that like dependent on how strong you're feeling, how high your life is, there's going to be obviously quite a wide range of different monsters that you can fight, and you'll know whether it's going to be a sort of, my head's in the way, but like there's going to be a sort of weaker monster, and when it's got a crown it's going to be a stronger one, but that's kind of for slightly later. Right, so now we've actually got rid of the destiny thing, and we're hoping that we can create it on the fly. So we're now press play. Now if I press A, it doesn't work. Let's try and work out why. I was really hoping that's just going to work first time. Create dummy tile. Instantiate tile go. Let's try and work out. Oh, I love it though. This is what I love. This is one of those where you're thinking, well, this should work. Why is it not working? Right. So, oh, because we haven't added the thing. That's fine. Test master. We've made this, we spent ages making this big old script and we haven't done it. So Destiny Planten, here we go. Right. Okay, that didn't count. That didn't count. Okay, right, let's give another shot. Okay, right, we've created 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, brilliant, wicked. So now we have the ability to create these tiles. And I think they're all ready, so we can actually just press them if we want. So let's go on to maximise. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, everything's fine. Yeah, that's good. That's good that we've got that error message, and I can tell you exactly why we've got the error message as well. The reason being is it needs to know its readiness, and as much as we've created this class and we set everything up, we haven't actually given the class to this sprite. So all we actually need to do is, when we are setting everything up, we can just have dts.dtc equals dtc. So we're basically saying, like, here's all the things that you need to do. Now keep this bit of paper so you can refer to it later. So hopefully that should work now. We'll have to stop and start it again. Okay. Right, so let's go create some tiles now. Yeah. Okay. And like I say, I'm really looking forward to... Yeah, we can create another one there. I'm looking forward to getting a sort of particle effect, so it kind of goes... It goes up. Right. Okay. So... Excellent. Okay, fantastic. Right, now, why have I done all of this? The reason being is what we like. So when we're actually playing the game, like outside of combat, you're going to be given a selection of these. It's going to be, sorry, I'm trying to, but yeah, you're going to have like a sort of row where you have 1 or 2 or maybe 3 options, and then there'll be like a fight and stuff, and you have to kind of work your way over. And this is like the opening start. So this is actually like, this is kind of good. We're actually like, what is it? We're about an hour in. Like, yeah, to be fair, this might have taken a bit longer than I thought, but like, we've now got a good basis as to where we're working with. So what are plantains? Plantains will make sense shortly. Okay, so now we're going to plus an empty game object. Trying to work out, actually, maybe it doesn't need to be an empty game object. We can actually, yeah, in fact, plus 2D sprite square. This one is going to be called Planten game object. Okay, so let's go give it a... Oh, let's just find the sprite. Destiny sprites, Plantens. Okay. So yeah, right. So the idea is this will hold the tiles on it, and so it will be obvious as to that you know that this is the this is actually, it will be kind of hopefully shining so you know which one we're actually working on. So now that, so this is going to have either 1 or 2 tiles on it each time. Okay, right, so now create, there shouldn't even be that much code, but this is going to be Destiny Planten script. So we're now on here. We are going to give it the Destiny Planten script. Okay, now let's edit. And what are all the important things that we want? We want private, no, public. I can't spell public. Okay, public transform base trans. Get private set. And I think we can keep it public for the time being. Public. Destiny tile script, and this will be an array because it can be 1 or 2 or 3. Destiny tile scripts could even be a list, but I think it's better as an array. But we'll get that. So void awake base trans equals get component transform and now with this far I'm going to quickly, because I want to have a separate class for both plantains and tiles. So here we go, create C# script. We've got Destiny Planten class. Okay, so we can get rid of all of this. So we actually have very basic stuff that we want to put in here. So this is really not anything big at all. This will just be a public int Planten sprite int and a public master script dot tile readiness. Actually, yeah, sorry, I'm just going to change something slightly. So where we're on our master script, Control C, Control V, this will be Planten readiness. Okay. Readiness. Okay. Right. Why have we done all of this? I don't know why I'm getting this yellow message, but you know what? Leave it for another time. So we can save that. Let's just check we're not getting any error messages straight off the bat. Let's have a look. Okay, that's good. Right, fantastic. Okay, so now we've created this. What I'm looking to do is do a little bit of experimenting. So where we have our resources, prefabs, Destiny stuff. Destiny tile go. We're going to place this on here. And the idea... Oh, is this is actually going to be a child of this. So if I control duplicate this, and I think the numbers should add up quite nicely. So if that one is -1 and this one is 1, we can actually Z, this one here. This one here is minus. Yeah. So, like, we're going to be presented. This is the this whole thing here is the planten that holds the tiles, and so now we're going to work on creating a planten altogether. So we're going to use similar code to how we created the dummy, but we're going to put a few more things in it. So that's fine. We can get rid of these now. I just wanted to kind of visualize it, be like, yeah. And we know that the key numbers that we're looking for are 1.5 and -1.5. Okay, that's good. We've given it the Destiny Planten script. We can now put this... Oh, actually, I should name this to Destiny Planten. As if there's different plantens. I've made this word up. Right. So now we've got a little bit of work to do here, but this will be pretty fun. So we're going to have a private game object. Planten game object. So let's go get hold of this Planten game object, and we can do that by using the our resources equals resources dot load game object. There we go. All right. Now we just want to copy this path. So right mouse button, copy path. And then just chuck it in here. Okay. And now public int progress int. Now this is going to be a really important number, and we're going to have get private set. Okay, yeah, this number here, it doesn't make much sense at the moment, but it will make an awful lot of sense in a little while. So we're going to have a public void create create dummy planten Destiny Planten script equals instantiate, and we'll actually use something similar to this as well. Instantiate Planten go, and I'm going to just say yeah, like I'm going to fix this in a sec. Right, so DPS dot get component Destiny Planten script. So this line of code here is creating our Planten. This is going to be the word of the day, by the way. Planten is definitely the word of the day. That's the day that's the word that I'm going to be using over and over, even though it's not a real word. Planten. It sounds like a word though, doesn't it? It could be. So what we're actually looking to do is what we can actually do here. So I'm going to get rid of this and have create dummy Planten, and I think 2.5 is the key number as well. So Control C, LV, and what we actually want to do is we want to have an argument in this create dummy, which basically gives us access to the Planten, so we know where we're putting it. So there'll always be either 1, 2, or 3 tiles on the on the Planten. Okay, right. So if we have Destiny Planten script DPS and float ypos. Okay. So here we can get rid of this, and this is where we just change things a little bit. Like I say, I needed to make a rubbish version to make it better. So this will be DPS dot base trans. So what we're saying is we're creating a tile, and we're going to be putting it on this Planten. And now we just want to have DTS dot base trans dot local position equal to new vector 3 0.0f ypos. Yeah. Okay. So now we're going to create a Planten which is going to have multiple tiles on. So because I think this is actually it's almost like working backwards. So now we want to so this shouldn't take too long. So create dummy tile DPS 1.5f dummy tile and what we kind of want to do as well we'll do something a little bit clever here. So where we've got void, we actually want to like return a Destiny Planten script. Oh no, not Planten. We want to return a Destiny tile script. Don't worry, stick with us, guys. So make sense eventually. Destiny, yeah. Okay. So now, so like I say, we're going to make it look a lot better in a little while. But Destiny tile script DTS is Destiny tile scripts equals new Destiny tile scripts. So it's always going to have 2 for the time being, but we'll change that later. DTS is 0 equals that. now DPS dot Destiny tile scripts equals DTS. Okay. Right. Okay, we're getting there. So now we're creating that. So far we haven't actually done anything with this, so we need to quickly do stuff here. So yeah, I need to quickly change that, and then we're going to start creating what I visualize as the sort of map. So now, right, okay, I do apologize. I tell you what, this is a very code-heavy session. Right, so where are we up to now? So what we want to do is we want to about here we're going to have DP Destiny Planten class DPC equals new Destiny Planten class, and then let's just set all of these up. So Planten sprite int equals random dot range, and I think it's somewhere between 0 and 8, and comma readiness equals master script dot Planten readiness dot ready. Okay. Right, what's wrong with that? Oh, because it needs to. It's a thing. So DPC. Okay. That needs to be. We need a semicolon there, don't we? Okay. I think that's fine. Okay. So now we just want to. Have a quick function which is public void set up Planten, and so we need a Destiny Planten class DPC and a Destiny Planten script DPS. See, I like DPS because that makes me think of like a computer game where you're using DPS. Right, so DPS dot oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's fine. Okay. So DPS dot so this is giving it the our class, even though there's not too much to be done. DPS dot oh, we haven't made a sprite render. Let's do that very quickly now. Public sprite renderer, Planten SR. Let's do the whole thing because I want to get into the habit of going get private set Planten SR equals get component sprite renderer. Okay. Alright. DPS dot Planten SR dot sprite equals Planten sprites. That will be dpc dot int. I think that's all we need. Okay. So now that we've created this class, we just need to go set up Planten. Okay, right. So here we go. Right, I think we're ready. I think now we're going to be able to create like dummy versions of the Planten. So hopefully we're on board. Yeah, as I say, I do apologise. This has been a properly code-heavy session, but like I think it's mainly I just kind of want to see, you know, because it's like this has been slightly arduous, but hopefully, right, delete it. Okay, right. If we were to do I think there's probably about a 50% chance of this working, just purely because there's just so many things that can go wrong. Okay, so what we're hoping to happen is to be able to see one of these Planten things with two tiles that are on top of it, right? If I press A, right, let's go. Oh, yes, okay, right, now, if I press A again, we should have another one that appears hopefully to the perfect right of it, like to just like slither just perfectly. Ah, not quite, that's okay, we just need to get the number correct. So that's 2. What if that was 3? Okay, it's 3. Right, so that's fine. So this just needs to be 3 here. Okay. Right, so we're actually... Yeah, this is good. Okay. Oh, okay. And now the big test as well, so yeah, that is good. So at the moment, okay, they have, right, just through pure coincidence, they were all given the exact same Planten thing, but this one here is different. So when I say Planten, I mean as in this design where there's these cracks, that I just happened to get 3 in a row, which is essentially, well, 1 in 64, which isn't that actually amazing. Now, if I press 1, yeah, that's good. So these can still all be pressed. So what we're going to work on next is making it. Is that actually in the centre of the screen? I think it is. But we want to make it. Our next thing is that the first one that we create is ready, right? But then then everything sort of shifts along, right? And so like. Essentially, because at the moment I can press all of these at any time. I want to make it so that you can only press the one that's ready here, and then as soon as you do press it, everything shifts over to the next one. Okay, right, so we're getting there. So what we would need to do is so in here, so this is a this is a busy script here. There's a lot going on, and we're going to add more to it. And this is where this progress int becomes relevant. Okay, so we are going to, let's see, where do we go next? So public Planten scripts array. Actually, I think this needs to be a list, so let's go make it a list instead. So list of Planten scripts. And maybe we just have... We're just going to call them Planten scripts with an underscore. Okay. And what we need to do as well is... right, over here we're going to have Planten scripts equals new list. Okay. So this is public, and we want it to be public because we're going to have to like refer to it in different times. So now that we've done that, there's one more little thing that we want to do. I think actually it should be at the top here. We're going to have a public int turn. Yeah, turn int. Okay. So now that we've done that, we're going to have public int turn ticker. So when we're actually setting this up, we're going to have right at the top here, dpc dot turn int equals turn ticker. Oh, that's why we can't do that. I think, can I? Oh no, yeah. Okay, that's fine. Oh, hold on. Does that work? I think that works. I think we can get away with that. This is why I don't like creating a class and then doing everything. I like to do it outside, just purely because kind of like we're not sure if we're referring to a variable that's in this class or in this main one, but that's okay. Let's just say that works. If not, it's very easy to fix, but okay. If in fact if turn ticker is equal to progress int, we're going to do something. You know what? Let's just let's just take this outside. Take it outside. Right. I was trying to be smart, and it's like there's no point. Let's just do it the way which makes way more sense to me. So we're creating this class. We're going to say dpc dot. Yes. Yeah. Like now, this is one thing that's always confused me with plantains, right? Are they still actually considered bananas, or are they a completely separate fruit altogether? Also, can you eat them without cooking them? Okay, right, yeah. Yeah. It's like... Okay, if... okay, right, here we go. Right. Else if turn ticker is less than progress int. Yeah, that's fine actually. I think that should be passed. Else we might not even necessarily need to do this, but I'll use this later for future. Okay. So what this bit of code here, we're saying either the Planten is ready, which means it's the active one that you can use. Oh, okay, no, that's fair enough. No, that's cool. I think I did actually fall into the mistake once where someone said, "Can you go grab me some bananas?" And I saw what I assumed were bananas, and I was thinking, and they were like, "No, these aren't. These are plantains. What are you doing?" You know, and yeah. Sorry, that's actually as far as funny stories go. There was nothing more to add to that. That was, this if this was actually like a if I was doing a sort of stand-up routine, right, and I explained the story of the day when I went to try and get bananas and accidentally brought plantains. It's like, no, that's where the story ends. There's nothing more to add to this. Don't get excited. It's like, yeah, go on. And then what happened next? Nothing. They were just disappointed, but at the fact that I got plantains instead of bananas. Right. Okay. Right, so turn ticker. So I think this is actually an interesting way to actually do this, because I'm actually working kind of backwards. Like this whole way that I've done everything is working in Miniature backwards to how you would normally do things. So turn ticker, turn in equals that. And over here we're going to have turn ticker plus plus. Okay, right, and right at the end here we want to have underscore plantain. I'm still calling it plantains as well. Dot add DPS. Okay. Right. Now, yeah, this is actually, I think things are going to start to look a little bit better shortly. I think I've got, right, I think, let's see, I reckon 10 minutes, maybe 15. So let's say 15:55, I think we're going to actually, you're going to start to see what I've been working towards. Public bool busy. Maybe 50, but I'd say 50, so yeah, I reckon I can do it in 15 minutes. Okay. No, sod it, 10 minutes, we can do it. Okay. Okay, so we're going to have a public void update Planten progress. Yeah, so first of all, progress int plus plus. Actually, private. Yeah, so this will require quite a lot of focus. I think it's going to be optimistic to actually get this all done, but hopefully, you'll be like, oh, I see where he's going. This makes way more sense. Oh, he's the greatest guy in the world. Update Planten progress routine. Okay. And we're going to have a private. I've just got there's a certain bit of maths that I've just got to try and work out exactly. Private I enumerator move individual Planten routine. So, and we'll have a little float somewhere here, public float Planten speed, which we'll change that shortly. So now here is where, this is where hopefully, I've just got to do the exact math. So int chum public int number of plantains moving. There we go. Okay, int chum equals mover.instance. Let's go. Okay. Dot. We're just going to have move to point. Yeah, we can have other ones there later. Move to point. Right, so that will be DPS. DPS dot base trans. Yeah. I mean, it like kind of. I think part of my inspiration, right? It is weird. It's like when I came up with the system for waking up in the morning, right? I had to have something which didn't make any sense to anyone at all. So I decided to create like this whole new concept, which was called Bovril Levine. And so when I was thinking, what do you actually call the things that hold the tiles that move on? I just couldn't think of anything. And I was like, oh, Planten. Why? You know, that it's obvious. So we're moving this new vector 3 now. Comma. Planten speed. Okay, now this is where the maths it gets interesting. So, like this is just there will be a bit of trial and error because we've got to work out obviously because I want all of the plantains to move along dependent on the progress number. So if it's 0. I think I know the number. So int. Okay. Right. Yes, we're going to have a bit of fun now, right? Because so this is an integer. Again, it's like the first thing that came into my head was Keith Chegwin. Okay. Equals. Okay. Because it has to be right. Okay. Now this is a really important number. So equals. Equals progress int minus dps dot dpc dot turn int. Okay, so vector 3 is going to be Keith Chegwin times by 3.0f 0.0f. Yeah, so I always got Keith Chegwin and Les Dennis mixed up when I was younger. But yeah, right, so we're going to call it Keith Chegwin. Right, like, was it just me that just got those two people mixed up? I think the next integer will have to be Les Dennis. Right, so where are we up to? I think it is that, but it might be one minus the other. In fact, I think it's one minus the other. So So, okay, brilliant. So progress int. What's that? Okay, 4. Oh yeah, 4. So that will be DP C Destiny Plant. No, not that. Underscore Planten scripts dot count underscore Planten scripts I. So we want to start coroutine, move individual Planten. Yeah, this is, I think we're getting there. So while number of Plantens moving is greater than 0, you'll return null. Okay, right. So this is, yeah, this is good. This is good. This is, I think this is what we want. I just need to kind of like check that that's everything that we need. Okay. Oh yes, we also need to update. So what we're going to do is over here, not here. Just need to work out where it was that I created it. There is create dummy Planten over here. Okay, we're getting there. So what we want is to have a little function which we're going to have private master script dot plantain readiness get readiness int turn. I think that's all we need. Okay, and then X Control V. So that's fine. C. Right. Okay. Right, so what we're doing here, we can now just have return that. Yeah, this is really quite. There might be an easier way of doing this, but I think this seems okay at the moment. Right. So I think that's all we need, and this is all valid because we have an else there. That means we don't actually need anything over here because it will already, like, it has to at least return this. And this, I think we just have turn. It's purely because we're going to be calling upon this multiple times. Okay. And I kind of want to as well debug.log no okay, so what we're doing here is, like, we're hoping that because our progress in it's going to start at 0, as it's creating it, the first one will be ready and all the others will be future. So when we're actually creating multiple Plantens, it will be ready, future, 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 right? And I think this code here should hopefully do that. I can tidy this up, but this is essentially what we're after. Okay, now that we've done that, we can have, in fact, let's go, yeah, right. Oh, quality. Oh, nice, awesome. I remember actually when the I only remember the original like Wii Sports, because generally I'm not that much into sports games, but Wii Sports was just like, oh, here's just a bunch of really fun mini games. So like, oh, that's quality. Right. Let's go. Dot. Yeah, I might have to. Yeah, I might have to have another quick look at this, but. Okay. Right, so all we need to do now is, well, we've got a couple of things. So first of all, we want just upon start, we're going to have private void start wicked. Okay, and let's just create, for the time being, say 10. And all we actually need to do, hopefully, is just have create dummy Planten. Okay, so on start, we're creating 10 of these. Okay, and now update. So we're going to get rid of that for the time being, and we're going to have update Planten progress. Okay. Right, let's just see what error messages we've got. Right. Oh, yeah. Like, I think I actually got it down to, whenever I was doing the bowling on the original, like, Wii Sports, I could get at least a spare every time, because there was just a certain kind of, like, a certain way. Because, yeah. But, yeah, that was a lot of fun, actually. Right, so hopefully it should create 10 straight off the bat. We haven't got any error messages straight away. Okay, so let's just check that there are 10 there. That looks like about 10, doesn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, right, now, hopefully, as well, you know when I was saying when it's creating, the first one should be ready, and then the next 9 should be future. Okay, that's good. That's really good. All right. So now I can't click. Oh yes, that's okay. So what we actually need to do is, yeah. So the reason that I could click that was because I need to do a little bit of tweaking. So what we need to do in an ideal world, this is where it gets a little bit kind of. So we can actually get rid of this altogether. All right, let's go. This will create a bunch of error messages, but I'm fine with that. Destiny tile scripts. So what we actually want to do is have a public Planten script, which we'll call DPS, which might, like I say, this might cause us troubles later. Yeah, so this is all fine. We're actually going to create some error messages soon, but we'll be able to fix them. And we want to refer... Yeah, okay. Right, so that's good. That's what we want. I'm just trying to work out, because maybe it can just be a class. I think this should actually be a class. Sorry, okay. Destiny Planten class DPC. Okay. And when we are setting setting up a tile, what we also want to do is add another argument, which will be Destiny Planten class DPC. Yeah, this is why abbreviations become difficult. Do we want it there? Actually, no, maybe we don't. We don't want it there. It's alright. Destiny. Yeah, that's what we want. We want to have. Oh yeah, so we didn't actually need to do that at all. So we get rid of this readiness, and we just have DPC equals DPS dot DPC. Okay, right. Does that work? Oh. No. Oh, I see what we've got. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so now we've done that, we're still going to get a bunch of error messages. That's fine, but it's actually easier to get the error messages and just find where the... Oh, it's only one. That's fine. So that will be DPC. Okay. Right, why have I done all of this? This is because... now, let's see if we've got any error messages now. We still might. I was quite sort of quick on the fixing. Let's go as well, because this is going to irritate me. Let's just get rid of these for the time being. Okay. So we don't actually have any error messages, which is good. How hard would it be to get a game on a console? That's genuinely something which I have considered. I think the answer is it is quite hard. Like, if it is 1/10 as difficult as getting a game on the App Store, then there will be I will have multiple days of stress involved. But I think you actually need to contact you need to actually properly contact like PlayStation or Xbox or Sony or Microsoft to be able to then give you a particular a special like PS4 or PS5 where you can then test it. So yeah, like kind of that's why most people, the easiest way to get a game that people can play is itch.io, and then like Steam is like the next step up, I suppose. Right, okay. So the thing that I want to try and test, and I might get an error message here. Good, see, I'm clicking here and it's not working, and that's what I wanted. Yet, when I click here, it's fine. Now, is this going to work? So what we want to happen, I'm going to press A now, right? And I want everything to shift over to the left, and let's just see if it works. That wasn't even close to what I wanted. Let's have a look. So let's just no, maybe it was right. So okay, right. So there's a little thing that I forgot to do where we've got the test master. The Planten speed we're going to have as 1 second. Then we can actually see exactly what's going on. So we've got all of these bad boys. Right, I'm going to press A. Why did that not work? Oh, it's because I pressed pause. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's try again. A. Not quite, but that's closer than I thought. So ideally we would have wanted this one to be 0. And are they all going up in 6s? Okay, that's fine. Like, there is just... Yeah, I knew there was... It was all down to that little bit of maths where... you know, we've got Keith Chegwin to blame here. Right. So let's actually turn ticker. Oh, we've added it twice, and I don't really know why. I think it's just we can get rid of this one here. You know what? That might even be it. We just put it in twice. Also, I think another slight problem with consoles is there's a bit of an expectation to have good graphics. And as we know, like, you know, I'm not really very good at drawing. And I wouldn't, you know, it's like, as much as I'd love to be able to draw like something like way awesome, it's like, you know, you would need seriously good sort of 3D sort of graphics and stuff, and that doesn't quite go into my realm of expertise. Right, okay, so now let's press A, see if everything just shifts to the left. Oh, okay, that's brilliant. That's absolutely fantastic. Right, so what we want to do now is, so this is essentially the one that's active. So hopefully you can press these buttons, which is great. That's what I wanted, but you can't press any of these buttons. Okay, now what we're going to do is make it so that when you press the button, it like the button goes down and then it activates and then it shifts along. And what we're going to do at some point is to like have some sort of border around here to like indicate that it's like, you have to choose from one of these tiles here. So yeah, but that's good. Okay, right. So now, so what we can do here, so where we've actually got the tile scripts, at the moment you push the button down, what we also want to do is just got to work out a way, because I don't want you to be able to click both buttons, because the idea is you just press one. It's like a choice thing. It's like you're thinking, do I want an extra card, or in this case an extra card, but I mean there's going to be obviously different options, and I need to work out it's down to here. So let's just actually make life a little bit easy on ourselves. We're going to have Destiny Planten master script dot instance dot update Planten progress. So even though this does look quite ugly, we also want okay, right. So, right, we are like, so hopefully now, like I say, this is the early progress. This is, you know, it's like when you actually see something that looks quite good, you have to go through this phase. So now what we're hoping to happen is, I'm going to click here, right, this button will go down, everything will shift left, and I will no longer be able to click on any of these. Now, another thing that I want to test is I want to just check that if I click here, I can't press here straight away afterwards. Oh, you can. Okay, that's a shame. All right, fair enough. What did I do wrong? Oh, yes, I see. So what we can actually do is... Yeah, I see the problem. So yeah, we just need to make sure somehow that there is some sort of global busy thing, and I think I know how to do that. Yeah, so what we're going to do is yeah, we're going to have public bool button busy. Destiny, yeah. Like, there might be a better way of doing this, but I think this is just a good way to do it for the time being. So let's go get rid of that one. And now if we just get rid of this altogether, we'll get a bunch of squiggly lines, which will... and Destiny dot instance dot... Oh, hang on a sec. I've never considered this before. Okay, right. I've never done this. I've never actually done it. Okay, right. Just a sec. We put him back in play, but we make this static. I've never considered this. It's like a whole new revelation. This might work. So, if I make this static, that means that like there is only one of these busy booleans for every single Destiny tile. So if you press one of them, all of these Destiny tiles will effectively have busy. I don't know if this works, but I'm excited to find out. So we probably don't need that button busy boolean. Yeah, I've never tried this out. I remember hearing about it. Okay. It's not working, is it? Why is that the case? Okay. Oh, sorry, that just needs to be an exclamation mark. Right, okay. Everything's fine. We're back in. Oh, Vampire Spot, I haven't heard of that. Is that, what's that on?
Oh, my.
Oh, you're right, Aaron. Hi. Right. Ooh. Okay. So, we are getting close. Oh, yeah, okay, right. Okay, I see the problem. This is a very easy problem to fix. There is one very quick thing that I need to do, which won't take too long. Destiny Planten, that's going to be 0. Now we've got our tiles. We just need to make these, 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Yeah, so the slight problem that I had was I hadn't sorted the ordering layer of all of these. That should fix that problem. Let's have a look. P6 an indie game like Robotron or Geometry Wars, but you upgrade weapons. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, nice. Oh, wow. It looks like Gauntlet, like as in the old classic. Okay. I'm going to give that a shot, actually. Because I need, actually, like, I think we've had to take a break from Elden Ring, like just purely because kind of like the guys that I'm playing it with, one of them has gone on holiday for 2 weeks, so I will need another good solid sort of game like that. Right, okay, so here we go. This is everything. This should work now. So you press that, it moves over. You press that, brilliant. Okay. But I can't click on any of these or any of these. You have to, and I'm going to have some sort of way soon where this gets updated, where it's like shiny, so it just makes it look as though it's like this is the one that you have to pick. So yeah, this is brilliant. Okay, fantastic. Sorry, I'm actually, I've actually made progress. So the test master. Let's have a quick. Oh yes, of course. The progress because it's in this format, we can't actually see it, but that's okay. Right. So I mean, this has been good actually. Like, so we don't actually even need this anymore. Right. So we we've made a very, very, very basic version. So now that we've actually done this, what I am looking to do is obviously kind of like when the actual game starts, it's not as though you're only ever going to be given two options and they're either add a card or add a card. We are going to come up with some sort of fun way of creating a good like Destiny map. But here's what I'm looking to do now, and I don't know how easy it's going to be. We want to have a little mini map at the top which scales from left to right, which has got all of these symbols but in a smaller like map-like format. And when you like progress, there's going to be a little kind of square, so that way you have a little bit of an indication as to what you're actually going to see in the future. So I don't think that should be too difficult to do. Let me try and work out what's the easiest way to do all of this. Okay, so sprites, we're going to have so we've got that. Over here we're going to have a new folder, create folder, Destiny map tile tops. Yeah, okay. Right. So where do we go from there? So now we've got we can now go over here, go into our folder Destiny. Now one of these I think it's mini somewhere. Where did I put it? Let's just pick. Oh, there it was. It was there the whole time. Okay, this is the one that we want. So these are going to be like the little sprites that, yeah, which I'll show you what I mean shortly. Okay, so now Control-Shift-S. We're saving these as PNGs. 000 PNG. Okay. So now these are the little ones. We only need these 8. So let's see if I can just drag it onto here. And let's go turn all of these into 1 to 8. This to be point and none. Right. Okay, so we're going to create a whole new yeah, this will be create empty, and we'll just call it Destiny mini map game object. Okay, now we can do a little bit of experimentation here. So create, and yeah, we actually want to have, let's just go create another 2D object which we're going to have as a sprite, which is going to be Destiny mini map tile. Right, hold on. Let's have a look. Okay, hold on. I just need to pause music 1 sec. There I go. Yeah. Oh yeah, right. Actually, I probably do need a bit of a break as well. Oh, is this the actual game? Oh, nice. So is this the vampire thing. Oh yeah, by the way, this is Grand Pooh Bear. He's absolutely like I follow him on Twitch. He's really good. He's really good at quality. Okay, and is it a roguelike? Like yeah, basically like because he actually is incredibly like disgustingly good at like Mario, sort of like Mario like 2D platforming. It's just absolutely insane, and he's quite often having a casual like a casual like discussion with the chat while he's just doing these ridiculous sort of plays. But yeah, oh man. Oh yes, okay. Suddenly now I'm properly invested in this. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I think like one thing which I remember, and like it's one of the times where kind of like I can't remember. This is actually before I was into streaming. He was doing a particular level, right, and it was a ridiculously difficult level where there was like a thwomp that like kind of he had to essentially lure this thwomp all the way over from one side to the next, and it took him about 3.5 hours, and I had it on in the background, right, and I was thinking like because he was stuck for like so long. Anyway, I'll take that one. I think he was stuck for like literally 3.5 hours, but he was making slow like progress throughout, and then like kind of finally he did it. It was like, you know, because it was after about 2 hours you could see he'd made sort of some progress, and you're thinking, oh my, he's close, but then it's so brutally difficult. But he's one of those people where it's like, oh, I don't care if it takes 3.5 hours, I'm gonna be spending I'm gonna be, you know. And it was just, you know, it's one of those things that was just so nice, you know. I just, yeah, that's what I do like about it, because it's like when he's stuck on a level, he is going to keep going, you know. Right, so anyway, where were we? So here, we want to... okay. So I want to just check. Huh. Okay, I forgot to put in the monster sprites here. That. Let me just have a look. How many have we got here? Yeah, so... oh yeah, I just need to add... Okay, right, so the tiles won't quite match up, but that's okay. We're just trying to get the... we're just trying to get this, like the basic idea ready. So that's fine. So what's going to happen is you're going to have the main plantons that are like, that's the main part of the screen, but like near the top you're just going to have a mini map, which is going to show like everything that's coming up, kind of like how Slay the Spire works, in that you can like see, you can have a sort of a future look as to where what's going to happen next. Oh yeah, so that can go there. And what I kind of want to do is mainly just so I can visualise it. We have this. We're going to move this to somewhere like -5 and 3. And so this is going to remain stationary. But you'll be able to see... Why do I press pause? Yeah. So when you're actually in the game, or in the Destiny map... No, maybe it needs to be a bit higher up than that. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's a bit too high. I wonder if I did that. Yeah, so 1.5 seems... 1.5... No, maybe it has... just sort of dabbling with the numbers here. So I think actually what we could do is... Because I do want to have space to show all this. Oh yeah, okay. Oh wow, that's really cool. I mean, it feels like it might be like... It actually looks. It does actually look really good. Is it on like Steam or something? because that might be my next sort of play, and I have this worry that I'm just going to be like, because that looks like the sort of game that I could sink a lot of hours into. Right, so. -6. Yeah. So what we're going to do actually, we're going to, when we're creating these tiles, we can actually just make them all maybe -1. Yeah, a little bit lower, so this can then come into play. Oh, I see what I've done. I see where we've gone here. So that can be 4. I think 3.5. 3.5. Okay, we know it's 3.5. Don't worry. Okay, I just need to sort of memorize some numbers in my head. So what we're going to do first of all is make the Plantens summon a little bit lower. So when we're creating them, we're actually going to have -1. And when they're moving, that's going to be -1. Okay. Now, so what we need over here, so this one should be a bit more simplistic. Yeah. So we're going to have, actually let's have it underneath. Yeah. We're going to have a private game object, Destiny map go, and private game object Destiny map tile go. Tile. Yeah, tile go. That's fine. Okay. Right, where do we go from now? So what we need is, we need to get access to those sprites. Map tile sprites. And we now need to create all of these so that we can do stuff with. Okay. So let's go get rid of that for the time being. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Can I undo it? Yeah, I can. Right. So these, we're going to add these. We don't need to have the word mini. So I'm just, yeah, these are things, these are good sort of, like, yeah, ease of life things for later. Okay. So, prefabs. Oh, actually, yeah, I've got a better idea. Right, okay, so we're currently 1627. Right, I reckon I can have created the map within, let's say 1640. Okay, I think the whole map will be up and running, and it will, you'll know what I mean. 1640, that's how long it's going to take. So 13 minutes. Right. Start the visual timer. I know there's probably ways of actually getting a real timer on screen, but I just think, you know, just imagine that there's a timer, right, and it's kind of getting angrier and angrier. Stop explaining what the time would be and actually start working on it, Peter. Okay, right, it's fine. So this one should be relatively simple. So we want to have Destiny map scripts. We're going to have create C# script. In fact, I will call it Destiny minimap script. And we're going to have another script, Destiny mini map tile script. Okay. So, first of all, this is the map go. We're going to give this... Yeah, unfortunately, because I've made another thing called Destiny Map Script, which I might have to go back on. I might have to renege on. It might not be that useful. Destiny Map Script. Let's go edit. So, here we're going to have private game object. And this will be mini map tile game object. Okay. Public. So private void awake mini map tile game object equals resources dot load game object. Okay, right, so we're sorted here. We're going to make this minimap tile a thing and then go for it. We also want to have we could have it as a public, but we haven't created the thing yet, so don't worry. Oh no, we have public list of Destiny minimap tile scripts. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so what we want to do now is get access to these little tiles. So we're actually, as much as we're going to have the map on this main Big Daddy script, it's going to create the tiles itself. So, how do we do that? Right. So first of all, Destiny map script. We need to give it the tile script, the minimap tile script, and then we need to actually create them, make them actually become prefabs so we can access them. So both of these we can chuck in Destiny stuff, and now we can get rid of these. Okay, so let's go into Destiny map tile go. Alright, let's edit this script. There's going to be very little involved in this. It is simply going to be public sprite renderer tile sr and then void awake tile sr equals get component sprite renderer. Like, at the moment, that's actually all we really need to do. So here we can copy this path and put this over here. So this is actually the map. So the map itself is going to get hold of these particular tiles. Okay, that's a good start. And now what I want to do, just before I forget, I've probably got a few too many scripts open, so we don't need this at all. We can get rid of that, but we want to upon awake, just over here, we're going to have map, what did I call it? Destiny map go, yeah. Destiny map go equals resources dot load. So we want to make sure that our main Big Daddy has got access to creating the map, but then the map is going to create, the actual map is going to create all the stuff within its own script. So that's good. Right. Oh, oh wow. Okay, my brain is getting a little bit frazzled now, but like, hopefully I can like create this map. So now the actual Destiny map go itself has got nothing. All it is just that, which is fine. So we just want to copy this path, chuck this on. Right, cool. So now, oh, I'm going to do something which, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. So we're going to have a public void create Destiny map. And now here's where it gets a little bit awkward, but hopefully it should work. So what we need is master script dot potentials potentials jagged array. Okay, so there's going to be no routine. Everything's going to be created straight off the bat. So I know, like, I'm actually introducing the concept of jagged arrays. This is something that got me very confused for a long period of time. It is genuinely like quite confusing. So an array would traditionally be something that you hold like a certain number of integers. So you could have like an array of 5 integers, which would be like 1, 8, 11, doesn't matter, right? Now you can have a matrix where you have like say a matrix, say 3 and 5, which means that you have 3 by 5, so you have almost 15 integers that you can hold. A jagged array is where you have essentially an array of arrays, right, that can all be different sizes. This will make sense in a little while. We do want access to, we want a transform as well. So public transform map trans get private set. Okay. Right, create Destiny map. Okay. So, and we also want to have all of our sprites. So these can all be private. I think private sprites. Map mini map tile sprites. Okay. Right, so now we need to get hold of all these sprites that we've just put in. So equals resources.load sprites, and now we just need to get the path so we can get hold of these sprites. I'll load all. I should have put the word all there. Okay. And now there's a bit of syntax which I'll have to try and remember, but we'll come to that. Resources, sprites, Destiny sprites. These ones here. Copy path. Okay. Now, for press the wrong button. For No. Okay, there was a technique where if you press 4 and then double tap the word tab, double tap tab, it just brings you up here, which is great. So, potential jagged array dot length. I think that's okay. Okay, and then for yes, okay. Potential jagged array I dot length. Oh, hold on. Ah, now is that the correct? I don't think that is. Sorry. I think that's okay. All right, so what we're trying to do is, because we're going to have different arrays of different sizes, we're trying to cycle through. So that's fine. Okay. So now I don't know if I'm going to make it. This will be a little bit tough, but I reckon I can do this. Destiny map. Destiny map tile script. That equals instantiate minimap tile go, and we're going to make it a child of this current thing. Dot get component Destiny map tile script. Okay. Right, now we can add it to, not that we necessarily need it, but we're going to add it to here, so it's got at least hold of all of its things. Destiny map tile scripts dot add tile script. Okay, all right, that's good. And then Destiny map tile script. Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, like just dot tile sr dot sprite equals minimap tile sprites potential jagged array right. So that actually doesn't quite work, does it? Right. Oh. Does that work? Okay. Right. There. This might be a bit of trial and error. Okay. And then another little thing that we want to do as well is we do need the transform as well. So public transform tile trans. Let's go up there. Equals get component transform. Okay. Right, now I don't actually know exactly how spaced apart they need to be, so I'm going to guess at 1. And let's go make things a little bit easier from maptrans.position equals new vector 3. What did we decide? Minus 6.0f and 3.0f. Yeah, we can tweak those numbers in a little bit. Okay, Now, all we need to do is just set the how far apart they are. So, Destiny minimap tile script dot tile trans dot local position equals where I've just got to kind of do a little bit of maths. I think I've made it nice and easy for myself. So it's right, it won't be that, but that's going to be a good start as to what we need. Okay, right, so now that we've done all of this, this should, in theory, be able to create our map. We just now need to activate it. So if we go into here, when we've actually... let's see. So when we're actually... Where is it? Plantain readiness... Da, da, da. Okay. So now... for... Yeah, this one will require just a little bit of... I just got to kind of do a little bit of number crunching in my head. Master script dot DMC car potentials equals because I need to create the how do we create jagged arrays? This is a difficult one because I need to create oh, of course, yeah. We'll just call them pots for the time being. Equals new. And scripts dot count. Okay. You know what? I need to kind of remember jagged arrays slightly better. Okay, no, got another way. A bit an easier way. We can actually, we don't need to use jagged arrays. We've got a better way. Yeah, everything's fine. Don't worry. Right, don't worry. No, you don't need to panic. We got it sorted. So here we actually just want. In fact, we can just have a list of Destiny Planten scripts. Okay. Yeah, this makes a lot more sense. I wanted to be really fancy and use like jagged arrays, but we don't actually need to. We can just go through all these scripts. Dot count. And over here, this will be Destiny Planten scripts dot Destiny tile scripts, yeah. see where I'm going wrong here. Oh. Destiny tile scripts dot length. Okay, right, we're getting there. Okay, so that's actually what we're looking to do. Control C. Control V. Right, this is ugly. This is ugly. But again, this is one thing which I've always said. It's like you want to make a rubbish version. So, right, what am I actually doing here? I want to create a map, right? And we've got a bunch of these Planten scripts, right? And from each of these, we're cycling through each of these, right? Looking up the actual Destiny tile script that's attached to them and finding out what their like potential thing is. And using that to work out what picture we want. Let's put a minus there for good reasons, I'm sure. I think we're almost there. Yeah. Okay. So. Right. Create dummy. Oh yeah. So upon start, and we also want to. Yeah, there's quite a lot of things that can go wrong here, but we're gonna get there. We'll get there. This. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. Right. Destiny minimap script. Destiny equals instantiate Destiny map go dot get component Destiny minimap script, because the idea is we've created all the Plantens from this point. So once we've done this, we can just go Destiny map script dot create Destiny map, and we're just going to chuck these Planten scripts into here. Okay, right. This might have taken a little bit longer than I thought. I think I've actually done the bare like bones of it. We're going to see what it looks like. And see if this works. Okay, right. Okay, I'm going to go 35% chance. Come on, Johnny 5. Okay, it didn't work. Oh, right. Okay. Well, if that's the only problem we've got, that's a very easy problem to solve. First of all, before I make any changes, I just want to stop there. Okay. All right. I mean, I think we might run into other problems, but this is a really easy problem to fix. Okay. Right. Yeah, I mean, like I say, that was this is, I reckon there's going to be a little bit, we'll still probably run into other hiccups. But technically, right, okay, 45% chance of this working. Right, let's go. Okay. Right, believe it or not, that is what I was after, right? I know that doesn't look particularly amazing, and obviously the positioning is not great. But that is roughly what I was looking for. Because what we want next is the concept of it being like a selection and then like a monster. As it is, it's just done exactly what I wanted it to do, which is great. We can probably get this just maybe 4? Yeah, that could be a little bit higher, couldn't it? So we can change that to 4. That's no problem. That can be 4. Yeah, because I took a bit of a rough guess on that. So okay, so it was. So now we actually want to. So there's 2 things that I want to do. And I probably should have thought this through slightly better, but what I'm looking to do is, because this map is going to be quite big, it will kind of ideally you want to see like loads of the map, so you can know, but I want to have like some sort of like rectangle which indicates that this is where you are, but I think for us to have any shot at doing that, we need to actually make it so that these are all these are actually different, because we want to have this to look different. As it is, they're all plus a card. I tell you what, even though this has been a bit of a grueling stream, we have actually made a lot. I might have to just call it here, just purely because I was thinking what I'm looking to do next is going to be a little bit complex, and I kind of want to save that for next time. But this is what we're going to do next time. Is we're going to create a Destiny map that we can then actually sort of have with an element of randomness. So the idea is. You can kind of have a look as to what you're going to select as it sort of comes through, but I just don't think I've quite got the brain power to do that just quite yet. But this has been actually really a lot of fun and stuff. I'll see who I can raid. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, we'll go with Tim Bodette. Right. Right. Wicked. Right. Anyway, this has been all for me for the time being. But thank you so much for sticking around. And I'll hopefully play some more. Make some more tomorrow and stuff. Like I say, it's going to start getting interesting soon. Alright, anyway, I'll see you guys later.